right. Call the City Council regular meeting for Monday, July 14th to order. Start with a roll call, please.
Atkins.
Here.
Evans.
Here.
Mitchell.
Here.
Mizell.
Here.
Muchler. Wall.
Here.
Jordan.
Here.
Garner.
Here.
Mayor Carr.
Here. So we do have a quorum tonight. We'll start off with our invocation given by Don Anderson, Emergency Services Chaplain, followed by our Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, as we come to you today, we are so thankful for this day that you've given to us in our community, a beautiful day, and Lord, for the rain that you've given to us, and Lord, we just pray that you just continue to pour your blessings out upon our community. Lord, tonight for our leaders who stand before us, bless them. Lord, give them wisdom, courage, discernment, and Lord, I also ask that the decisions tonight would be to the betterment of our community and to glorify you. Lord, I thank you for them. Watch over and protect our police, fire, EMS, first responders, Lord, and our city workers. Lord, just continue to bless them and protect them as well. Lord, ask your blessings upon this meeting tonight. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No one signed in for public comments. Thanks, Don, for that. Appreciate it. Pray and leave. I see how you are. No discussions and presentations.
He came back.
I'm kidding. No, go eat dinner. I'm serious. I hope they heard that. I hope they heard that. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved. Second.
Jordan moved, Evans seconded. Roll call, please.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda is approved. And on to our first and second readings, and tonight with Council Bill 6868. Jared, I believe that's you.
Good evening. So a couple of years, 4 or 5 years ago, we bid out our ISP services, and we stayed with, at the time, Fidelity, Cable One to Sparklight now. So we bid them out as our contract was done, and was ready to move on from our previous provider and move to Show Me. With a lot of stuff going to just about every one of our applications web-based. We're looking at the increase of services as our ring on the normal network side, what everyone sees in here, plus our SCADA side, and moving electric over as well. Water has already moved and that. We're looking to increase the speeds as we're on a 10 gig network, faster, better, and we'd like to move on with Show Me Technologies, as they do our fiber as well. So not only will our service come from them, but all of our fiber issues or breaks, we use them currently. So it's kind of going to help us streamline some of the network management aspects of it as well. You have any questions?
Is that 1,000 gigabits a second? Is that just?
It's a gig service.
Or just one
It's
gig?
1,000 meg a gig service.
Okay.
Yep, gig service.
I couldn't
to the
understand
device.
it because it was talking about it, and then it was like, holy cow, that would be.
Well, we're
Then they
10
talked
gig
about speeds
green.
up to 100, right?
Yeah, so we're 10 gig green.
Okay,
So we have the capacity to hold it.
yeah.
Comparable cost or?
I think we're actually, between our voice and our phone, what we currently pay, it's a little bit cheaper per month, so. Let's say it's $300-something between them both.
That's good.
And currently, with our last contract, we pay for 500 up and down. On a great day that our Sparklight is operating, we may see 170 up and down. The capacity is not there, and we have drops, we've had outages, multiples. I'm sure you, council, mayor, I'm sure you've heard of the most recent one, so we're ready to move. And the service has changed dramatically, so.
What's the process and how long does it take?
We have some of their equipment programmed and ready based on approval. The phones have a mandatory 10-day processing time over, but we have a bridge that we can use to still keep our phone lines active. As far as the ISP services, we should be done within 2 weeks if approved.
Any other questions, council? Okay, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Show Me Technologies for internet and phone services.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mitchell and Mizell, roll call, please.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Show Me Technologies for internet and phone services.
Go on second.
Second.
Jordan and Garner on the second, roll call, please.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6868 becomes ordinance 7110.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jared, appreciate it. Council Bill 6869. John?
Yes, sir. Council, this is actually Phase 2 parking lot down off Indian Creek. We had talked about it on numerous occasions that if extra funds became available, we would speed up the process of the Ashley Park projects altogether. This funding became available when we changed our reserve account from 25% down to the 10%. So that's where this funding's coming from, is that money that was available from the lowering the reserve. So as we promised, we will be moving projects up when funds become available. This is a design build. We used the drawings from Olson that we already had in existence. Worked with Willard to get a design build. They will provide the engineering drawings and all that stuff as the project goes along. And it will also include the installation of a basketball and pickleball pad, which we will finish with fencing and stuff like that after they do the pads. Sidewalks and everything else around that. So very much needed parking lot addition down off Indian Creek. Be nice for the 5Ks that run out of there all the time. Plus, we do have some neighborhood complaints once in a while of kids going down in there and doing donuts and stuff in the gravel lot and the mud and the stuff that lot always seems to have in it. So it'll be a great addition to the park. Any questions?
Price, still good?
Yes, ma'am.
Says June, but
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, didn't catch that.
Any comments, questions, council?
Well, I know that's an area that we have a lot of water retention and stuff. Is that going to cause any issues there?
Should not.
Being a lot.
Good use of the money.
Thank you.
First reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the paving of the lower parking lot and the installation of pickleball and basketball courts at Ashley Park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Evans and Mizell, roll call, please.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell.
yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the paving of the lower parking lot and the installation of pickleball and basketball courts at Ashley Park.
Move on to second.
Second.
Wall and Atkins on the second, roll call, please.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6869 becomes ordinance 7111. Thank you, John, appreciate it. Thank you. Council Bill 6870, Richard?
Mayor, Council, this is a engineering task order with Olson to provide engineering services for sidewalk design from Elm and Ivy all the way over to around the Eagle Stop there on the other side of I-44. I know it's a large number. We got a grant to construct the project, right around $600,000 worth of federal money to do this. And basically, the engineering will design the sidewalk through two signalized intersections over the I-44, provide a traffic plan while doing construction over I-44, as well as identify any additional right-of-way we're going to need for that project. So it's a pretty big scope there. Is there any questions on this?
Are they going to reconfigure that light on the far side, on the Taco Bell side? That it got.
As far as
one
timing,
lane
or?
turns into 2 lanes and vice versa, or 2 lanes turn into 1,
Yeah,
according to the lights. So
we'll,
is that gonna be part of it?
we'll be looking at the safest methodology to get the pedestrian traffic across there. That may affect some of that.
As you come up from Springfield coming this way, you got 2 left turn arrows. There's only 1 traffic over there. So, and that's, I've spoken to the MoDOT engineer guy several times, and it hasn't changed anything.
I can probably get that taken care of.
Okay, put that in there.
Is there any other questions on this project?
Does MoDOT have to be involved since it,
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
there will
what I
be
figured.
a lot of meetings and a
That's
lot of.
all their
review.
road, in
Yeah,
fact, isn't it?
every bit
I
of
mean,
it's,
yeah.
every bit of it's there right away, so yeah.
okay, I just,
Yeah.
Do they have a time frame on when they're gonna plan to do that?
Well, we'd like to get the engineering done and to get it approved by next spring and then release it for construction.
Yeah, I'm just thinking any way to do it in the summertime, when we don't have the school open right there.
Yeah, yeah. We'll address the construction once we get past the engineering. At this point.
That's a lot of traffic right there.
All right, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving task order number 47 with Olson for the sidewalk project across exit 127 from Elm Street to Nelson Park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Jordan and Garner, roll call, please.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
I had one thing I thought of, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Is that sidewalk gonna be within the footprint of the bridge, or is it gonna be an outrigger?
Well, we've done some preliminary work on it, and
Even known at this time.
we're thinking it'll stay on the existing bridge deck. We won't have to cantilever anything off, so
Okay.
going to be a significant savings if we can do it that way.
Well, it'll be, yeah, a lot better too.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Sorry.
All right, second reading.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving task order number 47 with Olson for the sidewalk project across exit 127 from Elm Street to Nelson Park.
Move on the
second.
second, the second.
Mizell and Mitchell on the second. Roll call, please.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Council Bill 6870 becomes ordinance 7112. Council Bill 6871. Thanks, Richard, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mike?
Mayor and council, this is for the preliminary engineering for stormwater improvements on Rolling Hills Road, north of Herndon Road. We had a discussion about that last meeting, and I brought some of our top traffic count streets information
Oh, good.
for council to look at.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
I'll get down to the last one, I can get a second.
Thank you.
You look on the traffic counts, Rolling Hills Road is, of the city streets that we count, is number 29 as far as total traffic count, about 1,284 vehicles per day. I want you to glance down at number 40, Gateway, and this will bring some of this in perspective. Last year, when MoDOT replaced the bridge on Highway 64, we were asked by Lebanon Special Road District to do some traffic counts before and after and during that process, because there was a lot of cars detouring down Gateway. And we got traffic counts on Gateway before and after, and they're really close, and about 700 cars a day. If you take into account that the count we took on Rolling Hills Road is between Jefferson Street and Gateway, and we got 1,284 cars a day, and then you take 700 off of that, that's either going on to Gateway or off of Gateway, then that leaves a little less than 600 cars north of Rolling Hills Road. for
North of Gateway.
A traffic count north of Gateway on Rolling Hills Road. So the majority of the traffic is there between Gateway and Jefferson, Okay, so about 500 cars a day.
What's that, 20 feet off Jefferson, probably, 30 feet? Wow,
About 100 feet.
that's wild.
About 100 feet. But there's a lot of movement. I mean, the traffic out there, as I said last meeting, I live out there, and the traffic out there, I think, went from 700 cars a day to about 4,000 cars a day. Okay, and then what we saw, we took two counts in the middle there, and they were really close, around 3,500, 4,000 cars a day. And we were at 700 before, and as soon as the bridge opens up, it goes back to 700. Okay, so it was all detour traffic. We look at Rolling Hills Road, and there's a significant difference in the amount of traffic between Jefferson and Gateway than there would be north of there. Majority of the traffic's coming off of Gateway or on to Rolling Hills to Jefferson or vice versa, and a little bit under 600 cars a day north of that. That was what our proposal for an overlay versus a widening was based on, is this data and the condition of the pavement. One block of the pavement out there is by our pavement condition index considered in poor condition, and the remaining blocks are in very poor condition. A major arterial street, our goal in our street maintenance master plan is to keep that in a minimum of good to very good condition. So this is a major arterial street. We're just trying to improve the pavement on to get it up to condition. Now, we discussed the stormwater improvements north of Herndon, and there's an area that comes down Herndon, comes through between two houses and through somebody's yard there, turns and parallels Rolling Hills Road. And in a big rainstorm, it'll wash out driveways, it washes gravel out into the road, and it's a maintenance nightmare for the street maintenance crew. Every time we get a big rainstorm, they have to go out there and repair the driveways, and it washes leaves and debris and things in the fall of the year. So we're asking the engineer to look at that area and see what can be done to not only improve the stormwater flow, but to help it keep it from washing out the drives and washing gravel and debris out into the roadway. One view of that is a possibility of a stormwater detention east of Rolling Hills Road being constructed. And this proposal that they have given us is supposed to take about 45 days for them to get us a preliminary design. And they're gonna give us a couple of different proposals, drawings to evaluate with their ideas on how the stormwater can be helped through there.
You say that's at Herndon?
North of Herndon, it's between Herndon and Dorena there, on the east side of the road. That's where the stormwater problem is. Also got information on Rolling Hills Road from Chief Harrison, and in the past 5 years, there have been 2 non-injury accidents on Rolling Hills Road, and one of them was a mechanical failure at Jefferson and Rolling Hills, so I'm assuming accident there at that intersection. And the other one was someone had driven off the edge of the road down around Daytona during the rainstorm. But both were non-injury accidents, 2 in the past 5 years. Happy to answer any other questions.
What are your date ranges on this? Is this over a course of 3 years or
These,
in
on
time
those
of,
counts,
time of year?
those counts are between 2021 and 2025.
Okay. So it's just randomly throughout the year, not in seasons? and-
Yeah, we've got a group of these streets, we count them all every 5 years.
Okay.
So Mike, explain to me so I see it right, because I must not be getting it right. So to me, Rolling Hills Road is the main, one of the main exits to get onto the highway from there, or am I correct in that?
You are,
And that's not gonna change. Don't we wanna make that a more, it's not a good road to drive on. Would you agree with that?
it would be a great thing and make improvements on Rolling Hills Road, but we can look up this list at other streets that are the same width and have higher traffic counts that we would have to consider from our viewpoint, just looking at the data, as a higher priority. One of them be Mill Creek near Boswell School, number 14, 2,871 vehicles a day, so over double the amount of traffic on Rolling Hills. East Fremont Road, Near Jefferson, we're at 2,800 cars a day. Over double the amount of traffic on Rolling Hills Road, narrow street there. And we're talking about making improvements at the intersection of Fremont and Jefferson. And then we've got Green Hills, the little short piece of Green Hills that the city owns, going out to Old Mill Creek Road out behind the hospital. Green Hills, there's got 1,700 cars a day. It comes in behind the hospital. Happy to go whichever direction the council desires. Our recommendation just strictly based on data and traffic counts and condition of pavement. So that's why we were,
And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I think Councilman, what he was talking about too earlier is, yeah, there's 1,200 cars on Rolling Hills, but for 100 feet, and then it drops to 500, or 580, 81 cars on there the rest of the way a day. So, and that's probably dropping off significantly as you go north on the road to.
major flow of traffic is Gateway to Jefferson and vice versa on Rolling Hills.
Well, how about a nice compromise? So, instead of demanding that we do the entire road, could you at least consider doing that 100 feet in the intersection where it comes into Highway 64?
I think that's a worthwhile project. What needs to happen there needs to be some property acquired there. That's some vacant property basically back to the east of Rolling Hills Road. Gateway would more likely become the primary road, with the Rolling Hills Road teeing into Gateway. That would move the intersection back to the east, give you a little bit better line of sight from that hill.
Move it
Move it
Into town.
Move it into town,
Into
yeah.
town.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it on the map now, so there's
Go here, if your gateway came
somewhere
over there,
here,
yeah.
okay.
Kinda
There's like, it looks like a vacant piece of land.
It would make that intersection a lot safer.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the intersection needs to be moved farther to the east because you can't see very, very far down the hill to the west, and it's a posted speed limit of 45, but we know how folks drive, and you pull out in the intersection and the car is just right on you.
That's one of them places I turn into the left lane, go for a while till I'm up to speed, and then I get over.
Every day, Mayor, what you learn is when you pull out to make a left to come into town, even if there's no one coming, you come out with a purpose.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's why I just think, you know, instead of saying that we're not gonna do anything, we should do something. We should try to do something.
And that would probably take some MoDOT, I'm sure, too, with
That's gonna take MoDOT being involved in property acquisition, and just quite honestly, us just looking at ideas over the years of doing this, this is gonna take an engineer scratching their head and looking at the best layout there. It's not real intuitive, and Rolling Hills is gonna have to veer over some, and sure, somebody's got some good ideas out there, but I think they're gonna have to put the thinking caps on about it, because it's just, doesn't stand out real easy.
I know you do this, but my question is, do you keep a list and prioritize the streets? I know you got some rotation stuff, but
Yes, we prioritize by the condition, and then the next thing we fall down to is the traffic count on the streets. So if we have two streets that come in exactly the same condition, then and we've only got money to do one street, then the next thing we would look at would be the traffic count. So we're trying to benefit the most people that are driving as we can.
is Rolling Hills currently on that list?
Rolling Hills was set to be overlaid last year, and we waited because of the project there with Highway 64 being
Yeah.
replaced. We decided to wait on that because we were concerned that with the traffic going up, which I explained that it did, that we were just gonna spend money there that the people detouring were just gonna tear the road up.
And they did. I mean, it made quite a bit.
They just overlaid,
Yeah,
Lebanon
quite a bit of
Special Road
potholes.
District just overlaid Gateway down to Oak Bend last week. I mean, it rutted it up and this sort of thing, but when you go from 700 to 4,000, it does that kind of thing.
We can most definitely reach out to engineer and and start pursuing that intersection improvement if that's what council wants to do.
Yeah, sounds good.
And regardless, this ordinance is only the stormwater that's on down the road as well, correct? I mean, it's just
The
engineering for some
stormwater's
stormwater.
Between Herndon and Dorena on the north end.
Yes.
But I think the reason why the discussion started rolling, no pun intended, was that, I just hated to see us spend money on an overlay, which was a Band-Aid, and then not have this discussion for 5 to 7 more years. Because, I mean, going out that road, it's dangerous in lots of different ways, but at least now we have the data, and I understand, your decision is defensible, it just seems like the road is incredibly dangerous. But if only 500 people are navigating every day, then, I mean, in Ward 2's best interest and the school's best interest, Fremont's higher on the list. If we're gonna spend
Councilman,
money.
if I had my way, we'd have curb and gutter streets on every street in town.
Yeah,
I mean, we just would. We wouldn't have a ditch left. We'd have curb and gutter streets.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. It's just simply a much more significant cost per foot to do curb and gutter
Sure.
than it is to overlay street.
well, really, it's just even more than that for me, just the way that the road, it just has so many blind spots, and, it's just, to me, an antiquated road that is, you'd think that we could probably do much better, and then advertise a lot of area to be developed in the county. And so I had talked to Troy maybe about the county sharing the cost, the special road just sharing the cost, but it sounds like there's deaf ears on all those.
They didn't jump across the phone when it did that.
Councilman, they've been a great partner in supporting the maintenance of Elm Street, the asphalt renewals on that.
Sure, sure.
All right, so back to the ordinance on the books here. Sorry. We'll do first reading of it.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving engineering services with Archer Elgin for preliminary design work on stormwater improvements along Rolling Hills Road.
Motion approved.
Second.
Jordan and Wolf. Roll call, please.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving engineering services with Archer Elgin for preliminary design work on stormwater improvements along Rolling Hills Road.
Move in the second.
Second.
Mizell and Evans on the second. Roll call, please.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6871 becomes ordinance 7113. Thank you. Oh, no, you got another one here, Mike. Sorry, 7872,
Mayor and
or
Council,
6872.
This is for rental of a excavator to be used for unloading box culvert, installation of box culvert on the Mount Rose Stormwater Improvement Project. That's gonna have about 60 semi-loads of box culvert, large enough that they're gonna be hauling 2 sections per semi-load, that weigh about a little bit less than 17,000 pounds a section. And it'll be spread out over some time being delivered, and then we've got to be able to install it and set it in the ditch. So we need to rent this excavator from Sabic. This is a 55,000 pound unit that's able to handle it off the truck, but also able to set it in the ditch. Happy to answer any questions.
And how are the trucks hauling that stuff gonna, they're just gonna come off of Jefferson and come right down Mount Rose?
They'll come down Mount Rose, and we'll have a staging area there, and we'll set that off. About 100, I think there's a little over 120 pieces.
Wow.
We don't have anything big enough to pick it up. Our old excavator that we have in the budget to replace probably would have 20 years ago when it was new, but.
That's why
won't
it doesn't pick it up anymore.
now.
Are we getting close to starting then? We're gonna start, okay.
Our box culvert is supposed to be completed, all the construction of it's supposed to be completed at Skurlock Industries this summer. So that's what we're trying to get ahead and get equipment here so when you're ready to deliver, that we can accept it.
Any questions on that, council? All right, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving equipment rental from Fabic and Company for the Mount Rose Stormwater Project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mitchell and Mizell, roll call, please.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving equipment rental from Fabic and Company for the Mount Rose Stormwater Project.
Move on second.
Second.
Jordan and Garner on the second, roll call, please.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6872 becomes ordinance 7114. Thank you, Mike, appreciate it. Council Bill 6873. Troy, you doing that one?
Mr. Mayor, I'll play a poor Sean Williams tonight, and he's got a conflict with volleyball, so we wanted to encourage volleyball. I don't think he's playing volleyball, but this is for a hydraulic dock leveler at Emerson. It's part of a deal. We procure it for a total amount of $12,305. We had one bidder, and under the arrangement, Emerson pays half the cost. So our total exposure is $6,152. We budget for these ongoing maintenance needs as part of our economic development project off the rental income paid by Emerson. So this is just a routine replacement of an existing hydraulic dock leveler, and for the life of me, I could not tell you what a hydraulic dock leveler is, but
Those are things that the semi-trucks back
there you
there,
go. Okay.
Go
So
up and load trucks.
for $6,152.50 for Lebanon share.
It's not a bad price. Any questions on that, council? First reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Roberts Loading Dock for the purchase and installation of a hydraulic dock leveler for the city-owned building located at 1900 Evergreen Parkway.
Most approved.
Second.
Jordan and Evans, roll call, please.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Roberts Loading Dock for the purchase and installation of a hydraulic dock leveler for the city-owned building located at 1900 Evergreen Parkway.
Move on the second.
Second.
Evans and Mizell on the second, roll call, please.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Council Bill 6873 becomes ordinance 7115. Council Bill 6874. Troy?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this is kind of a follow-up with Derek's presentation about the gateway signage. This is an amendment for amendment number 1 for task order number 43 that would continue the work, the environmental work, boundary and topographic survey data, geotechnical exploration, as well as the development of construction documents totaling $61,900 with Olson Engineering. This would get the engineering ready and construction documents ready for up to 5 gateway signages, 2 on Highway 5, 1 on the north side by Highway 60, on 64 by the high school, 1 on Highway 32 next to the Public Works facility, and yet to be determined location along Highway 32 to tie into. Attached as part of that, we're at the back of that with some exhibits of some proposed drawings of what the potential renderings would look like. I kind of inherited this project, so I'm not sure kind of the history. Hopefully, you guys have been involved in that. There was one, kind of the preferred one was a focus much more kind of what I would call a school district-centric approach, but given the conversation about kind of that rebranding, I had them go back and add some options. So that's a more general one that could potentially be tailored to more specific if we wanted to do multiple variations on a theme. So the approach I'd take is probably get the consultant study on the rebranding, get the geotechnical work done, and then probably set us up for construction probably in the 27 year, once we had a number and can get a design comfortable. But this would be 60,000 to get us through all the environmental work, finalize the sites, and probably finalize the design in conjunction with the rebranding effort. So again, I don't know how much work had been done in that. My personal concern was I didn't necessarily want to take all of the five, had been explained to me was all five entrances would be kind of related to the school district. I'm fine with a couple of them, but I think we need to probably, we're more than just our school district. We have a fantastic school district, but we're bigger than that, so.
Some of them was because the state quit doing the
Yes.
signs, and then we had 4 state championship wrestling teams, and we only got 2 of them on the signs, and then now the signs are gone, so now they just say city limits, but, so that's part of why the school tie-in was being
So-
able to
Right.
have those kind of, hey, this is, we're proud of this kind of certain things that are in town.
Yeah, there could be a number of approaches where you could do the tie into the schools, you could tie into your civic organizations. If you look around at some of these other ones, they have a common theme, and then each interest may be slightly different, with celebrating kind of an entrepreneurial history, celebrating the civic organization, celebrating school, celebrating kind of the known industries, tying into the boat town or gateway to Bennett Springs, some of those types of issues. So we can have a little more flexibility while still getting the engineering done.
Yeah,
So
that's-
that, I basically just said, well, we can kind of restart the process, get something that's comfortable with you, but get the engineering work so we're prepared to move for construction as early as probably. It's an ambitious schedule in here, theoretically construction by September, but realistically, it'll be something we would maybe be in a position to move forward with in 2027. So I just wanted to get that before you. Kind of ties into Richard's project as well on exit 127. So it's kind of, we might as well do it all at one time and get them all kind of moving in the same direction.
Even though it is St. Louis, or it's like the school district specific, it's neat because those are interchangeable signs, it looks like, so.
Yeah, there's some-
That's one thing that's kind of nice,
Yep.
that you can just take that out and put a new one in.
Yep.
Very good.
We'll kind of see where it goes and have some public engagement on that process.
Great. Any other questions, comments, council?
No, we've needed these for a long time. Smaller towns, Waynesville, of all places, has these kind of signs. And they honor Lebanon, so I think it's great.
Waynesville of all places. I mean, what a dump.
Well, I really didn't want to, I didn't want to say that, Councilman, but
We're in open session, by the way, Councilman, I'm just saying.
I don't care.
Our friends from the east. We're gonna go with first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving amendment number 1 to task order number 43 with Olson for the Gateway Signage Project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
What is the actual amendment? What are we amending? Because we've already approved this.
Yeah, we're just amending an addition, basically a change order in the amount of $61,900 for Olson to do the next phase of work.
Okay,
Yes,
Just making sure.
yes.
All right, Wall moved, Garner seconded. Roll call, please.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving amendment number 1 to task order number 43 with Olson for the Gateway Signage Project.
Motion, move on second.
Second.
Jordan and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Atkins.
yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
And Council Bill 6874 becomes ordinance 7116. And Council Bill 6875.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this is an ordinance, slightly different variation than something you probably saw in previous years. With the new Cassell system, any existing contract or unspent contract or purchase order, or what I refer to as an encumbrance, is automatically rolled forward in the unspent amount with the new system. Prior, in the old, based on the history, we used to have to kind of reappropriate all those open encumbrances. So what this does is just strip it down to, we went through the capital project list and some equipment purchases and looked at stuff where there was some unencumbered or uncontracted for funds that were originally appropriated that needed to be reappropriated into 2026 to continue the project. So the departments, the top one on there is, and there's a revised exhibit because the Parks Department added a project that had been forgotten related to the Harkey Park Trail. So that has been added at a request to bring the total amount to $1,431,580. The kind of the start of the list is the Cassell implementation. You can see the original budget, how much we had in prior expenses through about the end of June, and then a request for a reappropriation. In this request, I'm putting $300,000, a request to reappropriate $300,000 to continue our training. Anytime you do one of these large-scale system implementation, kind of the rule of thumb is that for every dollar you spend on the actual software, you got to spend $3 or $4 on the actual training to get people up to speed on the software. So this will allow us to keep Cassell engaged for the ongoing training. We're using a lot of that, depending on how well we're doing with the implementation. I may come back later in the year and ask for even more money for the Cassell implement, but $300,000 ought to get us going, at least to deal with some of the issues. It's a process to go through a new enterprise solution. This is the third one I've been involved in, and it takes at least a year, at least, to get everybody trained, get everybody comfortable, start to maximize the system. So we've got a lot of work in front of us going forward. So the next couple of projects are projects that were identified by Public Works, where they needed additional resources, totaling $338,100 spread across 7 different projects, the largest of which is the Jefferson and Fremont intersection signalization property acquisition. Richard can provide any detail on those. These are just projects that were budgeted in '25 or earlier and where there's still work remaining. East Bland is one of those. East Bland sidewalks, another one that obviously is trying to get resolved. The next section is capital, and those $338,000 are out of our streets fund. The next ones are the capital improvement projects related to the big one in there is the downtown urban park, which is under construction right now. That is the largest component. In fact, you'll see at the next meeting an expenditure of about $100,000 for the restroom facility. So this $225,000 will deal with the restroom facility, some lighting, some contingencies, just to build in to make sure hopefully we come in less than that, but that was designed. I think there's some more concrete work, there's some more cabling, electrical work that has to be done. Fencing, that's another one that's coming. So lastly, there's an extension of $215,000 for the industrial park to extend that out to facilitate the development that's undergoing. That'll complete that portion of the infrastructure. Totaling $440 from the Capital Projects Fund. In the Economic Development Lab, an extra $200,000 is requested. We think we're going to come in under budget on that. The original allocation on that was $1 million. We think with this reappropriation, we'll still end up being about less than 900,000 total for our share of the project, but there is some more equipment that needs to be purchased and some additional electrical and IT work that needs to be done. So that will give us contingent to wrap that project up probably within the next, realistically, within the next month. Our goal is to have that done by about the, and it sounds like most of the construction will be done by about the 1st of August, so try to have that wrapped up and ready to go by time school starts in, around the middle of August. And then I mentioned the Harkey Park Trail, which is out of the Parks Fund, totaling $98,480. And then lastly, some two equipment purchases that have not yet been made. The safety Scully system, which is related to the refueling system out at the airport, as well as an equipment materials trailer, which I think will be before the city council, maybe as early as next meeting. Board of Public Works. Next week. So that puts all that back, totaling $1,431,580. So again, these are the unexpended, uncontracted funds that were available in those project funds. So a little different than you've seen in the past where we had to reappropriate the open encumbrances. That is done automatically. It should not affect reserves because if you recall during the budget deliberations, I talked about that I assume for purposes of the budget that anything that was spent, that was allocated in fiscal year 2025 was assumed to be spent. So this will take a portion of those unspent dollars, bring them forward, but should already be accounted for in the broader calculation of reserves. So this is kind of a new process you'll see going forward. We may try to incorporate it into the budget going forward in future years, but I wanted you to see this kind of an approach of looking at projects that aren't completed with the remaining balances. So that is, as of 5:30 tonight, $1,431,580. Happy to answer any questions.
That doesn't replace the closing book revised, but, or amendment, or is that what it's doing?
It should minimize what we have to do in that
I-
budget amendment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This should theoretically eliminate that.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are we at on the training and everything going on?
We have gone through training for the finance and HR staffs. They've had the most, we're now getting more training for our permitting and our utility operations, but I've kind of brought them back in, available resource for finance and HR. So for example, we just had technical assistance available for, I believe this is our third payroll that was processed through Cassell. We have yet to go through a payroll period without some sort of need for technical assistance. Goal is to get it so that we can do it ourselves in-house, and then we can let go of the technical assistance on some of those issues. So my assumption is we're going to need a significant amount more training just to work out it's a change in the system, especially on our utility side. I think that's, our utility and our permitting side is where we're going to, I think, need a lot of training. But we also have to do new kind of work order systems. So we're going to train all of our field, how to do a work order and clear it in the system when we're doing a utility, an electric turn on and turn off. So we've got a lot of folks that we have yet to touch. So I'm hopeful 300,000 gets us there, but I very well may be coming back asking for more later.
Quick question for John, since it was brought up, I guess I can talk. So you have nothing to do the parks with the downtown park? Is that correct? That is correct. You want to?
All right, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the reappropriation of funds from fiscal year 2025 to fiscal year 2026.
Most approved.
Jordan and Mizell, roll call, please. Oh, wait, no, we got to do
We
the
need to do an
amendment.
amendment.
Sorry. So now I'll entertain a motion to amend the amount that is displayed in there to $1,431,580.
So moved. Second.
Wall moved, Atkins seconded on the amendment. And then roll call on that, please.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Okay, the amendment carries, and so now the first reading, so now a roll call on the amended council bill.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
And second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the reappropriation of funds from fiscal year 2025 to fiscal year 2026.
Move on to second.
Second.
Wall and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Mizell,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
All right, that's all for ordinances tonight. Any comments from staff in the audience? All right, Chief, have anything? Richard? John?
Oh, yes. For those that might have heard, last week we had a power problem with the pool. Apparently, there's some wires been put in at a couple different establishments throughout town that was put in at the same time as our pool, and those wires seem to be going bad. They are the main feeders to the pool, went through the pole of the transformer. The electric department got in there really, we had a problem either late Saturday night or Sunday morning. It was discovered Sunday morning before we opened. The electric department got in there and dug us some new lines. We got the wire in, and they had to wait on a couple parts because, as you can imagine, those connectors from the 70s aren't real popular. And then when you have a bunch of them going out all over town, it was a struggle to find some of them. They got us back up and going. We only lost one day, so it's pretty quick recovery. Got very lucky. So I want to give a shout out to the electric department for quick response and all that.
Who says water and electric doesn't matter? Who says water and electricity don't mix?
They do. You have pool water, you have to have electric. Have those pumps running.
That's great, and pass it on to the PW guys. Quick response, that's good. Thank you. Lacey, anything? Counselor? Troy?
I'll just quickly give you an update on some good news we had. You may remember that one of the things in the budget was a significant anticipated increase in our insurance premiums. We got some good news. In fact, there'll be a presentation on July 28th by our insurance broker to kind of give you some details, but wanted to give you a heads up that we were able to save about $200,000 on the insurance renewal versus where we anticipated in. We moved from Cincinnati was our insurance to Travelers, and we were able to increase the significantly increase the covered value, the replacement value, while also reducing the significant the planned increase in our premiums. So we also saw some other savings in workers' comp and some of those, so they'll walk through, but we are at 200,000 and maybe more depending on what we do with excess hail and wind damage, which seems to be an issue down here. We're just far enough south that that's kind of a new issue, trying to cover, reduce our aggregate exposure a little bit on that. So that number's still pending with a different provider, but some great work by our insurance broker and some tremendous work by staff to go through and update values and update contents and clean up that property value, the statement of values, which hadn't been looked at for a number of years. So good work by all the departments to get that done. And then I just want to, in line with our Cassell conversation, recognize the great work of our finance department staff. Tracy, Rashonda, Jessica, and Skylar have kind of stepped up with the loss of Sean. They've kind of stepped up, divvied up the responsibilities. We are actually moving forward with year end at a pace I didn't think we would be able to make a couple weeks ago. I was worried we'd have trouble closing year end, but they have stepped up, divvied up the responsibilities and getting the work done. So I just wanted, when I see exceptional staff work and pulling together doing some great teamwork, it needs to be noted. So they've got a lot of issues, brand new system, brand new change in management reporting, and again, a new city administrator asks kind of goofy questions a lot of times. So they have stepped up and really moved the ball down the field. So I just wanted to share my appreciation for their great work. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. Atkins, have anything?
No, I don't.
Evans? Mitchell?
Yes, I have one question. Troy, do we have, because this wording on our last ordinance made me think, where on the sim lab, it says before we turn it over to Ozark Technical College and Lebanon Schools, do we have anything in place to safeguard our investment, to make sure they maintain it in a high standard?
Yeah, but that's a good point. We probably ought to come up with a development agreement or an operating agreement that codifies that responsibility, because Sean Williams has done a fantastic job of, if you haven't gotten a chance to get out there, Mayor was out there, it's come a long ways. If you've got 20 minutes and you want a nickel tour of what that's going to be, let me know and we'll get you in there. It's going to be fun, but we probably should come up with an operating agreement between the three entities going forward. So the goal was the city constructs and then turns it over to the school district and OTC to operate and maintain. So we probably need to codify that responsibility go forward. I'm happy to bring those conversations up with them as early as tomorrow to try to just get an agreement in place long term.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay. Mizell?
Nope, thank you.
Walt?
Nothing, Mayor.
Jordan?
Nothing, not a thing.
Garner?
I want to give a shout out to our police department. We had a couple of incidents kind of alarming behind our offices this last week, and in calling, they responded quickly. They responded professionally. Detective Springer was right on the ball, and she took care of things and solved the situation, I hope. But they went above and beyond, and I really thank them.
Great. And congratulations to the two new officers this morning too as well. So that's great to see and add to the team as well. So I'll extend that to them as well. So thank you for sharing that with us this morning. July 28th and August 11th are our next two meetings. And I have a resolution that I got from Representative Mark Alford, who represents us in the U.S. Congress. And just recognizing the 175th anniversary of the organization of Laclede County, Missouri, and the city of Lebanon, Missouri. Whereas on February 24th, 1849, Laclede County, Missouri, and Lebanon, Missouri were organized. Whereas Laclede County is made up of more than 36,000 proud Missourians, and Lebanon of more than 14,000 Missourians. We need to make sure to update it. He's off about 1,000 and a half. Whereas the county was named after Pierre Laclede, the founder of St. Louis, Missouri, and whereas the city of Lebanon, Missouri is the largest municipality of Laclede County, Missouri, resolved that the House of Representatives recognize the 175th anniversary of the organization of Laclede County, Missouri, and the city of Lebanon, Missouri, and acknowledges the importance of Laclede County, Missouri, and the city of Lebanon, Missouri to the state of Missouri. And so he actually rose and read that to on the House floor as well. And so that's great. I'll get you a copy. You can have that and have a copy of it for the record and stuff too. But that's a pretty neat thing too. And just kind of on that note of the historical stuff, and next year last week we had a meeting about next year's America's 250 commission meeting, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming on to that. And that's going to be a great event for Lebanon. And I'd encourage, if there's any clubs or anything like that from whatever, it doesn't matter what kind of club you are, or any kind of entity that wants to participate in that, we'll certainly help you or direct you in the right place, or advertise it for them as well. So that's all coming up pretty good. We got a great plan, and it's kind of wild, but I don't know if we're maybe jumping the gun, but it seems like the only person, the only kind of town that's talking about anything that I hear at least. Maybe there's some kind of secret meetings going on in other towns, you know, that's certainly awesome to see that Lebanon's been at the forefront of it, and I think that's gonna help us, and it's gonna pull off a fantastic year of celebrating America's 250th birthday, so. With that, I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to RSMO 610-021 for real estate.
So moved.
Jordan moved, Evans seconded. Roll call, please.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Okay, we're now on